Okay, now let's do the same thing for the output module. Okay, if we go to the instructions, we can see the output module is, as I said before, 1769 OB16P. So I need to go back and go to the icon menu one more time. Notice I don't have to go here on the right side. It keeps the recently used elements. So here I've used PLC IOs. I can click it right away and I have the modules. Now, instead of discrete input, I want to go discrete output. And then open and look for OB16P, which is this one. OB, again, 1769, OB16P. Notice there's another one called 16. If you choose the wrong module, things are not going to work out. Okay, we'll say OK, and then we'll place it similarly right here. Again, leave the spacing, leave the first window. This is module 3. If you go to the instructions one more time, you'll see it says module 3. So 3 and then OK. And then the address will be O:3/0. Then OK, and the whole thing is populated. Again, you'll say decimal. These are the inputs and outputs. Very easy to, you're not drawing anything in detail. You're just picking up the modules, giving some specifications, and off you go. And if you zoom in, you'll find these are the addresses we asked AutoCAD to use. O:3/0, 1, 2, until where? Until 15, because this is a 16 output module, and this one is a 16 input module. So they go from 0, addresses from 0 to 15, total of 16. Everyone okay until now? Okay, now let's bring in the image. Let's bring in the image, the ladder image. So let's go to where you've stored the image. Okay, ladder image, right click and open with paint. Open with paint. Everyone open with paint? Open the image with paint. Now, when you take PLC course, you will actually create these as part of your programming exercises. You will use another software to create this, but for now, we're just picking up the image. Everyone okay with the paint? Now, I want you to go to the select and click on the little triangle and say select all. Select all. And then right click and copy. Select all, right click and copy. And then go to AutoCAD, right click and paste. Or Control V. Control V and place it somewhere in between. And don't do anything with scale. Just say OK, and that's it. That's it. We'll place the image. OK. Everyone done with this step? Okay, now, if you are done with this step, let's go and do the ladders. See, this is a ladder, right? You don't need to do it one line at a time. There's an easier way. Same thing here. We have a ladder. This ladder on the left is made up of how many rungs? 6 rungs. And the ladder here on the right have 5 rungs. Okay, so we go back to AutoCAD, and then under schematic still, under insert wires and wire numbers, there is this little icon that says insert ladder. Insert ladder. So we click on it. Are you with me? Click on it, and then here we'll say without numbers, without reference numbers. I don't want any reference numbers to the ladder. I'm just using them for wiring. Then here I will say 6 rungs. Just type 6. Just type 6. And then we'll say OK. Now it's waiting for you to tell it where to draw the ladder. So you go somewhere, even on the left of the title block, and just click with your mouse, and there's your 6th rung. Is everyone okay with that? Yes? From here. From here. So you look at the under the schematic tab, under the panel called Insert Wires or Wire Numbers, on the top right, there is a small icon that looks like a ladder. Don't confuse it with this one. That's a different number. That's add rung. This is the one we create ladders with. So everyone should have, don't change any of the dimensions. Just say 6 rungs and no reference numbers. Let's do it again, this time with 5 rungs and put them on the right side. So click. Again, without reference numbers, 5 rungs, and then OK, and let's put them on the right side. Yes? So you've got now 2 rungs, one on the left and one on the right. OK, well, I don't need this rail or this vertical line, so I'm going to highlight it and then delete. So the one that has 6 rungs, I'm going to delete the vertical line. Notice also, by the way, that AutoCAD automatically places these dots, meaning there's an actual connection between the wires. All right, let's go to the other one, and this time delete the line on the left. So delete. So then that's what I have. Huh? Yeah, you just highlight everything with the dots and then hit the delete, everything will go. Okay? All right, now let's highlight this whole thing and then go to the Home tab. Highlight the what remains of the ladder on the left side, and then go to the Home tab and issue the move command. Make sure your snaps are turned on. Blue. Should be blue color. And that at least the first 3 are visible or turned on. Now I need to pick up from this end, the top right end, click it and then move, zoom in to the terminal, the first terminal, and you will see that's the center or the middle. Just click and khalas, you've placed it. You've placed it. Let's do the same thing with the output ladder. Highlight, move, this time from the upper left end, and then zoom in. And why is it jumping like that? It's because the snaps are on, so you can turn them off for smoother motion of the mouse. Okay, so now I've placed my rungs. That's how easy it is. Okay, now let's populate these rungs. Populate them with the devices. Everyone okay with me until now? Okay, now I need to populate with these devices. So I've got in the beginning, this is called normally closed push button or momentary contact. This is called normally open push button. or momentary contact. Same thing here. But this one is start forward, this is start reverse. This is a relay contact. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense to you now, but that's okay. This is a contact that closes or opens depending on whether the coil is turned on or off. And same thing here, but it's a different coil. And then we have an overload switch. This is motor protection. So let's do these components. So again, I'm going to go to schematic, tab, icon menu, and then I have one icon says push buttons. Click it. The second from the top left is your normally closed push button. So click it, take it to the middle. See, your snap should be turned on. This little rectangle, triangle should show, and then click. There it is. This window opens up now. What do I need to call it? Well, look at this at the instructions. It says stop. So this is the stop push button. Stop push button. And then I need to also identify the pins. These are actual, in fact, we call they are mechatronics components. And the pins have numbers. So you need to know, identify the pin number so that when you're doing wiring, you know which pin goes to which terminal. So we're going to say pin 1 is terminal 1, pin 2 is terminal 2. And we'll say okay. And you can see here is the name or the tag. And here is pin 1, and this is pin 2 of that module. Okay, let's go again to the icon menu and push buttons. This time normally open. Place it. What is this? Start forward, I think the first one, right? Start forward. So start forward, and then the pins are 3 and 4. So I'm going to come here and say 3 and 4. And then okay. Everyone with me? All right, good. You can speak, full, that's okay. Don't want to record? All right. Okay, Taha? All right, now I can do the same process again for the reverse. But here is another way. Just go to the switch until you see it becoming like bold. Right click, and then you say copy component here at the bottom. Copy component. So click it, and you make an exact copy of it to the next rung. But of course, we need to change the name, right? This is start reverse. Start reverse. And the pins are still 3 and 4. I don't need to enter them again. They're still copy. How come the same pins? Well, you have two modules. Two modules, and they have the same pin numbers. But you know this is forward module and this is reverse module. Okay, what else? Now I need some contacts. Everyone okay until here? Hi, Noor. All right. So let's do this one. Now go back again to, this time I need the relays. These are not push buttons anymore. These are relays. So I need normally, this is called normally open, this is normally closed. That's what NO stands for. NO is normally open, NC is normally closed. So click on this, and then we'll take it to the middle. Okay, what should I call it? It's forward relay and pins 11 and 14. Forward relay. And then pins, see, it has changed it to capitals, but that's something else. 11 and 14. 11 and 14. I'm going to force it to make it not all capital. Some functions in AutoCAD, electrical, it automatically changes to capital everything. So we'll just say okay. All right. Now, everyone okay until here? So now I'm going to go back, double click it, double click on the name. I get different window. So these are this is an editor for attributes. So now I can say forward relay, and it wouldn't change the case. They still be small. Now notice the other one is also a duplicate, but just different label. So I'm going to say again, right click when it's bold, copy component, bring it here. All right, and then we'll say reverse. Reverse. Of course, it will probably change it to the capital. So double click it again, and then make it to where you want it. All right. One last item. Okay. All right. Pause a little bit. Yes? All right. So let's go back to the icon menu. And this time I want to go to switches, miscellaneous switches, because now I have a toggle switch. It's not a push button. This is a toggle switch normally closed. So there it is, switch normally closed. This one. So we'll place it here. And what's the tag? Overload switch, pins 1 and 2. So we'll call this overload switch, pins 1 and 2, up 2. Okay, and now this time it didn't capitalize. Okay, when you're done, we're ready to go to the output components. By the way, as I always remind you, make sure you always save, save, save. Save, save, save. So that if something goes wrong, like software crash, you won't lose your work. So I'm going to put it as on the lab 4, and we'll call it lab 4 tutorial video. Tutorial video. So from now on, I just click on save icon and it goes right away, updates the file. Okay, let's go to the output. Now, what do I need? I need some forward, some coils like this. So where do I find the coils? Under relays. So this time I want to go to relays, icon menu, and then relays. And then I need this coil, relay coil, and place it in the middle. Okay, what do I call it? Forward. So we're going to call it forward. What are the pin numbers? Plus and minus. This is an actual coil. So we need to know where's the plus and minus terminals. So we're going to say here for pins, one is plus and the other one is negative. And then we'll say okay. There it is. All right. Everyone okay so far? I want to get rid of these NO and NC. When you get into more advanced, which we will do in later drawings, we'll actually tell it how many contacts normally open and how many normally close. But this time we want to get rid of them. So you go to one of them, the upper one, let's say, double click again. You see this NO, just delete it. And then scroll up, there's NC, also delete it. And then say, okay, they disappear. Just double click one of them, Taha. Just double click one of them and then delete them from the properties. Huh? Repeat, okay. So I'm going to go back. Here they are. Go with your mouse until they are bolded. Double click. It will open on the NO. Just hit the delete key. And then scroll up to the NC and then highlight it in the small window and then delete it. Both are deleted now. NC and NO are both deleted. And you say, okay. Okay? Ulum. Good. All right. Now, the next one is actually a copy of it, right? So let's just copy. Right-click, copy component, bring it down to the middle, and just change this to reverse. Same pins. Okay. Bus. And I don't have to go again and delete the NC and the NO because it's a copy of the previous one. Okay, what else? I need these. This is called interlock, by the way. So notice the forward coil. One of its normally closed contacts are on the rung controlling the reverse. So if the motor is running in forward, reverse will be inhibited. If the motor is running in reverse, forward will be physically inhibited. So we're going to go back here and go to icon menu one more time and go to relays and choose normally closed contact. Place it in the middle. See, you have another middle now between the component and the end of the rung. So you put it there. What's the title? It's called reverse. Pins 21 and 22. Reverse. And then pins 21 and 22. We'll say OK. So this is the next one. Notice I have a question mark here. I want to get rid of it. What numbers? No. Did you go to icon menu? Icon menu, and then you need to go to relays and pick up this one, normally closed. Yeah. And then what numbers do you have? So double click on the question mark, and again, just get rid of it. Delete and OK. What are what? 21 and 22. They are on the, you see the same here. 21, 22. Yeah. I still have a question mark right here. If you see something you don't like, you need to get rid of it, just double click it. And then delete it. There it is, it's gone. All right. Right click, copy component, go down, just change this to forward. Same pin numbers. Okay, again, the capitalization issue. Double click it and make it without capitalization. Okay, I've got more question marks. Double click. Why the question marks? Later on, we will be talking about parent and child relationships. So that would say, we tell AutoCAD, this contact is part of this coil. So it's just giving a question mark saying, where does this belong to? For this exercise, we don't need to be concerned about that. So double click also on the question mark, delete, and this question mark, delete, and that's it. It's very clean now. Okay, now let's do the lamps. Green, red, and amber lamps. So again, we go to the icon menu and go pilot lights. So here the first one is red, right? First one is green. This green. Place it here in the middle, and then what's the name? Green means stop. Green, stop. What are the pins? Plus and minus. So plus and minus. And we'll say OK. No capitalization. Here I don't want to do copy because they are different lamps. They are different lamps. So we have to go back to icon menu and then go to pilot lights And this time is what? Red. Red forward. Red forward. And then also plus and minus. Plus and minus. Actually, the terminals are labeled plus and minus. Yes, Enur? Speak, speak. Okay. All right, so the last one is amber. Amber, reverse. Okay, icon menu, violet lights, amber. Here's the amber. Amber, put it down, and then it says amber reverse. And then plus and minus. Plus and minus. Then we'll say okay. Good. Got all the components now, right? No more components to worry about. What else do I need? I need this power supply. Again, if you look at the lab instructions, it tells you 1.2 by 1.8 at the top here. And the circles are 0.1 of radius. Of course, these are inches, right? So double click the wheel. Now we go to the Home tab and go to the rectangle. Click anywhere and then at 1.8, comma 1.2, right? 1.8 by 1.2 and then enter. And there's your box. Let's put it on layer 0. Put it on layer 0. Anything that has wires which are not clear, just put it on layer 0. Okay? Now let's zoom in a little bit. And let's make a circle on the middle, at the middle of the left line. And then point 1, enter. That's my terminal. Okay, let's put it on 0. And after that, I'm going to make my layer 0 current. So I don't have to be doing this. Yeah. Click, well, you issue the rectangle command. Click anywhere and then at 1.8, comma 1.2. Enter. And make sure it's placed at layer 0. Now, I have 2 terminals. As you can see here in the lab instructions, I have 2 terminals, and this dimension is 1.8. So if I want to place them equally, that means divide 1.8 by 3, which is 0.6. So I'm going to place this at 0.6 away from here, and the other one also at 0.6. So it's as simple as that. So now I'm going to take this, and then we'll say move. It doesn't matter from where, but I'll choose the center. And then what? At 0.6, comma 0. Enter. That's the first one placed. At 0.6, comma 0. I'm only going horizontally in the positive direction. Okay? Abdullah. All right. Now, let's go here and do now copy from anywhere. But I'll do the center. And then again, at 0.6, comma 0. Enter and escape. Khalas. Anything missing? Yeah, I need the label. Right? The label, it says 24 volts DC. So go back and then invoke the text. And you can do it even outside. So we'll say 24 volts DC. Click outside and then take it and drag it inside. Okay? Noor. That what? Well, just do the text. And then put it outside, call it 24 volts DC. And then click outside and then drag it in. Same as before. Text and type 24 volts, capital V, capital D, capital C. And then click outside the text box, and then take the upper left handle here, Minna, one more time. Click the text, make a box outside, then type 24 volts DC, and then click outside the box. And then click it again and take the upper left. By the way, of course, you can adjust. This means adjust the width. This little triangle. The upper left handle, you can take it and then move it whatever you want. Of course, I don't need two of them. So I'm just showing you again how to do it. So delete this one. Okay? All right, one more command we want to use is I want to group all of these as one component. So I'm going to highlight everything, and then I'm going to use this command. It's called group. When I hit it, this becomes all one group, one component. So now I can move it anywhere. The whole thing will move together. So let's put it somewhere close to the top. خلاص? All right, let's do some wiring now. I need to connect my wires. So I have this plus connected to my left side of this ladder. Are you with me? All right. So let's go now back to schematic. And then go to the insert wire. So I'm going to insert wire. I'm going to insert wire. I'm going to go here and start from the center, and then click, and then go all the way out to the end of this, or I can go all the way to the, even the end of the wire is okay because they will connect. But see now, I don't want that dot. So escape, and then click on it, and we'll say stretch the wire. Okay, and let's try and get rid of it. It's not wrong, but see, instead of being two wires like this, I want it to be one wire. So I'll click it one more time, right click and stretch the wire. See now, if I click it, now it's all the way to the connector. But it's not. This is not a big issue. It's just a refined step. Okay, so that's the first one. What else do I need to connect? I need to also connect the positive to the other module. So I'm going to go wire one more time. And then notice this snap that comes in. It means that it will connect the wire at that point when I click. So I will click and then go to this terminal to the center or to the side. Even if you see the X, it's fine. That means that's at the quadrant. Click, and there it is. It's connected. Don't worry about the colors now. We'll come to it later. So I've connected now the positive to the left of my input ladder and to the power terminal of the output module. Okay, now I need to go to the negative. The negative to the right side of the output ladder, as well as to the common terminal, upper common terminal of the input module, as well as the lower common terminal of the output module. So let's go wire one more time. Zoom in, pick it up from the center or the side. It doesn't matter. Again, always don't hesitate to zoom in and out. There it is. All right, and then we'll take another wire from this terminal all the way to my wires here. Halas? Of course, if you want to stretch, that's a good idea. Stretch so that it goes all the way to the terminal. You can do the same thing with this one, so it's connected to the terminal. All right, what else do I need? I need the negative terminal of the input module. So I'm going to come here and click somewhere like that. Zoom in and catch the quadrant. This is slightly different than here. Doesn't matter. The important thing is the electrical details. It's not so much that you have to replicate it exactly the same. The point is there's a wire going from the negative terminal to that point. Notice AutoCAD also automatically introduces this half circle, meaning there's no connection between these crossing wires. So dot means they are connected. Half a circle means that it overpasses. Okay, now let's do the colors. Let's do the colors. I need to tell AutoCAD what colors I'm going to use. So right here in the edit wires and wire numbers, it says create or edit wire tab types. Create or edit wire type. So I'm going to click it and this opens up. Basically, these are layers, but they are used differently, slightly differently than layers. Okay. So you have a default layer called wires. We can use it if we want, but I need to create my own. So the first one, I'm going to call it red. And the layer name is going to be plus 24 volts DC. Click somewhere. And then I'm going to say color and choose red. Color and then choose red. Then we'll say okay. Everyone okay? So yes? Okay, I'll just say okay. I'll show you again one more time. It's actually right here. In the schematic tab, in the panel called edit wires or wire numbers, and at the close to the upper right corner, you click on it and this opens up. So you click under wire color and just this is just the name. It doesn't make the color red. You have to actually click on the color to choose the color. So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to call it blue. Blue. And then the name is going to be called negative 24 volts DC. And then click somewhere else and then click it and say color. This will be blue. And that's it. These are the only layers I need. I need my positive wires to be red and my negative wires to be blue. We'll say okay. Okay, don't forget to save every now and then. Save. Okay, now I need to use them. I will come to one of the wires. Notice now some of the very useful facilities in AutoCAD Electrical. So come to one of the wires, right click, and then the top one, it says change or convert wire type. It opens up my wire types. So I choose red. Choose red and then say okay. See how many lines went red? All the wires which are connected go to red. You don't have to do them wire by wire. Not only that, but it's also still waiting for you to identify more wires that need to be red. So the cursor is actually a small square. So I'm going to hit this one. All of these are red. And then these ones as well. And then enter. All of them go red. Let's do the same thing with the negative terminal connected wire. So highlight one of them, right click, change or convert wire type, and then go choose the blue. And then say okay. There it is, all of them. Halas, I don't need any more. There's two here. this one, and this one, and then enter. Bas. Save, save, save. Every time, save, save, save. It's just one click. Am I done? Almost. The only thing that's left is you need to do the title block. So the title block is also, just click, for example, here and enter your name. And it's already said lab 4, engineer, there is not applicable, checked by, don't have to worry about it. This is your submission date. And of course, for your group, it's going to be here. Change this to group 5. Sheet number 1 of 1, that's okay because we only have one drawing. So you need to enter your name here. The title is good enough. And that is it. Khalas, end of story.